All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. It is June 25th, 2025, and the melt up continues. There was not really any news overnight, no any surprises. We've kind of been getting used to that, but you didn't get much. There was back and forth between Trump and CNN and the Associated Press about whether or not they actually destroyed the nuclear facility, but when it's all said and done, welcome to the end of June. Everybody is still feeling good, and now it's just a question of what bad news pops up next. In the meantime, though, you're going to be doing good, and people are waking up feeling bullish on various industries. Now, don't let that get ahead of yourself. It could still move very slow, and anything can change, but for the most part, there's really not much. We're going to get Powell here 30 minutes after the bell, and then should be a calmer version of yesterday because you're not just off of the piece, but like we're talking about, you're within 50 points of all-time highs, and people are feeling a certain way. So, Charadonia, I hope you're ready for it. Middle of the week, and you're here right now bright and early. Are you kidding me? Good morning, baby. What's going on? Tim Whitman, Chris Said, Enzo, Winning Loser, Tyree, Mark, Charmander, Miguel, Dos, Devin. Oh, there you go. What up, Devlin? What up, Oscar? What up, Enrico? Good morning. Mr. Jordan, Zuraz, Kevin, Devin, MT Stalks, Kurt, Andrea, Dust. Good morning. Mr. Fahar, Ion, 10% Alex, baby. Mr. Walters, Blizzy, Snail, Kane, Lucci. What up, Mayhem? What up, Legal Chad from Cleveland? Oscar, good morning. Aztec, Coin Fox. Oh, my goodness. What up, baby? What up, Jimmy? What up, Lucky Soldier? Bro Dog, Josh Weber, Flipper the Fish, Chris, Day One Bates, Alyssa, Mr. Edwards, and Sean Higgins, baby. If I missed you, I missed you. You know what I'm saying? I missed you now, but I missed you from last night. So I'm glad that you're here, baby. Good morning. So, Charadonia, I hope you're ready for it. Let's have a good one. And here is Josh AI with the news. He has something for you. Good morning. Top overnight new trade tariffs. Trump's team nearing announcement of trade deals with Japan, South Korea, and Vietnam. Sources say FBN, U.S. and Mexico negotiating on quota system to reduce tariffs on limited volume of steel imports. Bloomberg, Trump's threatened semiconductor tariffs inviting criticism from multiple sectors. Bloomberg, EU retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods could including Boeing jets. Bloomberg, EU urges China to resolve rare earth magnet shortage before upcoming leaders meeting. Bloomberg, central banks Fed Chair Powell signals no rush to cut rates, waiting on Trump tariff impact. FT Bloomberg Reuters, multiple Fed officials stress wait-and-see approach. Bloomberg Reuters, BOJ June summary of opinions show preference for keeping rates steady amid elevated uncertainties. Reuters, Bloomberg, BOJ board member Tamara remains confident in rate hikes despite uncertainties. Reuters, Bloomberg, BOE Governor Bailey raises doubt over UK growth potential. FT Geopolitics, Israel-Iran ceasefire appears to hold after Trump outburst at both sides. FT Bloomberg, leaked intelligence report suggests U.S. strikes on Iran nuclear facilities dealt limited damage. Bloomberg, CNN, New York Times, Israeli intelligence claims significant damage to Iran's nuclear facilities, contradicting a leaked U.S. report's findings. Axios, Witkoff says intel findings preposterous. Adamant U.S. strikes destroyed Iran's ability to resurrect the nuclear program. Fox News, Rubio states Iran further from a nuclear weapon in more measured tone versus Trump's claims of site destruction. Politico, polls show Americans disapprove of U.S. strikes on Iran. CNN, CBS News, Trump supports NATO's defense spending increase to 5% of GDP, but avoids mentioning Article 5 commitment. Bloomberg, Politico, UK to purchase U.S. F-35 jets capable of carrying nuclear weapons. FT, China vows to retaliate against Taiwan's technological blockades after blacklisting Chinese companies like Huawei. Bloomberg, Washington, Trump urges Senate Republicans to advance his tax cut and spending bill amid internal party disputes. Reuters, House conservatives don't like the changes they are seeing to reconciliation bill in Senate, warn against Thune's plan to jam the lower chamber, NY Times. Moderate Republicans in House push back against hawkish changes to Medicaid in Senate version of reconciliation bill, The Hill. Socialist Zoran Memdani leads NYC mayoral primary, defeating Cuomo with 43.5% of votes in a surprise Politico Axios aims. Zoran Mamdani's rise as a Democratic socialist may further divide an already fractured Democratic Party, NY Times. Economy, housing market faces heightened risk of sustained downturn, Axios. U.S. foreign direct investment sharply declines to $52.8 billion amid uncertainty over Trump's tariff plans, Reuters. China Premier Li pledges to make China mega-sized consumption powerhouse, a CNBC FT. German exporters' mood worsens in June amid U.S. tariff uncertainty, with export expectations index dropping, Reuters. Japan's service sector inflation indicator reaches 3.3% in May, raising expectations for interest rate hikes, Reuters. Japan government may cut this year's growth forecast as hit from tariffs bite, Reuters. Cooler Australia monthly inflation reinforces market expectations of July rate cut, Bloomberg. Markets, NASDAQ 100 hits record for first time since Feb, underpinned by strong fundamentals, growth prospects, easing tariff anxiety, Bloomberg. S&P 500's high valuations raise concerns among analysts, profit growth or Fed cuts needed to justify levels, Bloomberg. Goldman Sachs warns investors to be cautious as U.S. stocks rise, driven by short sellers, not fundamentals, Bloomberg. Bond investors remain optimistic as Treasury bonds rally, fueled by hopes for Fed interest rate cuts, Link. Bond market prepares for up to $1T in additional U.S. Treasury supply this year, Reuters. Traders boost options positions, betting on 10Y Treasury yield falling back to 4%, Bloomberg. MSCI keeps South Korea's emerging market status, citing limited won convertibility in offshore markets as key barrier, Bloomberg. Corporate, FedEx guides earnings below expectations, reflecting tariff-driven demand uncertainty, Bloomberg. Tesla's European car sales dropped 27.9% in May, despite overall EV sales increasing 27.2%, Reuters. Apple's CarPlay Ultra faces resistance from automakers like Mercedes-Benz and Audi, who reject its integration, FT. Republican opposition threatens tech industry's push to ban state AI regulations in Trump's tax bill, Bloomberg. Axios. OpenAI Sam Altman discusses future partnership with Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella in NYT podcast, NY Times. Boeing blamed for inadequate training and oversight after door plug incident on 737 MAX, Reuters. Hims and Hers Health continues selling weight loss shots despite Novo Nordisk ending distribution partnership, Bloomberg. U.S. banking mergers expected to accelerate as regulators become more favorable and competition intensifies, FT. China's BYD slows production and expansion, cutting shifts in output amid rising inventory and market challenges, Reuters.
There's a more. Good morning. S&P futures, they're slightly higher on Wednesday morning trading, comes after equities rallied on Tuesday, with all of the major indexes up over 1%, S&P less than 1% below its record high from mid-February, while the NASDAQ 100 closed at a new record high. Crowded shorts, semi-cyclicals, cruise lines, transports, banks, builders, China ADRs. Among the standouts, Treasuries unchanged to slightly weaker. Treasuries unchanged, dollar up by 0.2, gold is up by 0.2, Bitcoin up by 1.4, WTI is up by 0.8 after losing 13% over the first 2 days of the week. No big directional drivers in play. Trump brokered ceasefire between Israel and Iran is holding, while White House also hopeful for a long-term peace deal between Washington and Tehran, while Middle East tensions seemingly moving to the back burner, attention shifting to reconciliation bill and looming July 9th reconciliation deadline, or reciprocal tariff deadline. When it comes to reconciliation. Senate expected to start voting later this week, though both the fiscal hawks and more moderate Republicans in the House have pushed back against the changes. Pretty quiet in terms of trade. Hassett said deals would follow reconciliation bill passage, though also speculation Trump could extend the deadline. Tuesday, Fed speak seemed fairly neutral, though recent dovish comments from Waller and Bowman and softer data have the market now looking for 60 basis points of rate cuts this year. Non-farms on July 3rd, the next key monetary policy input. Quiet on the U.S. economic calendar with new home sales for May. Fed Chair Powell set to deliver second day of monetary policy testimony in Washington on Tuesday. Powell reiterated Fed well positioned to learn more about likely course of the economy before considering any policy adjustments. This theme was echoed by other Fed officials on Tuesday following the recent dovish comments from Waller and Bowman about potentially being able to support a July rate cut. Treasury supply in focus again with $70 billion of a 5-year auction. FedEx fiscal Q4 beat, revenue ahead on better revenues, freight margins, though guided Q1 EPS 9% below and did not provide full-year guide due to macro uncertainty. Tesla EU registrations fell 40% in May. GIS EPS beat, but revenues weighed down by lower pound volume, unfavorable net price realization. AVAV fiscal Q4 ahead with help from upside of loitering munitions, while Call saw management push back against concerns of decline in unfunded backlog. GPCI announced acquisition $475 million of GNTY. MIR announced strategic partnership with Westinghouse to drive digital innovation in nuclear instrumentation systems. WOR boosted big fiscal Q4 EBITDA beat with release highlighting strength in consumer and building products. Out disclosed 6% workforce reduction. BBB and raised full-year revenue and EBITDA guide. Rubrik to acquire AI startup Predabase for $100 to $500 million. And Bumble raised Q2 guide and announced plan to cut headcount. Let's go, baby. Oh, you had Tim help you out yesterday? Oh, man. Yeah, welcome to Tim is the G, bro. You know that? Bro, I made a damn YouTube video off of Tim's tech support. You guys know that? So, honestly, shout out to Rose and shout out to Tim, baby. And I should tell you guys, if you have a slow thinkorswim, if your thinkorswim is going slow, watch the video, okay? Because Tim taught me that. Tim is the one he walked me through step by step in my email. And then I learned and I fixed everything, bro. So, yeah, you have no idea, baby. God bless. But Chatadonia, look at that. Perfect time. We're early. Too early. So we got some pre-market movers. Good morning. So RGC, they're up by 12, nothing. Reddit up by 4, nothing. Nibis 4, nothing. SYM 4 off already. Initiates buy. Coin is up by 3. I saw this one. Ready? Bernstein increases target to 510 from 310. CRDO 29, CHYM 24, CoreWeave 22, HC Wainwright initiates neutral. Yum is up by 1.8, JP Morgan upgrade. Rubrik buying Predabase for $100 million. QS is up by 39, announces Cobra separator process entering baseline production. WOR up by 10 off earnings. TMC 10.1 Wedbush upgrade. BB 8.5 earnings and fiscal guide. LOT 8.5 off earnings. AVAV 3.1 earnings full year guide. Detail 19 FDA rare pediatric disease designation for treatment of Duchenne muscular dystrophy. GNS up 14. Roger Hamilton purchased 650,000 shares. Lumen up 12.9 preparing IND for IBA 101. SBET, LAS, AISP all higher. Load up 4.1 Comstock Metals and Renewables for strategic solar recycling partnership. REAX up 3.7 initiated by at B. Riley. VSTM up 2.9 first patient dosed with VS 737 or 737.5 in phase 2 trial. Bitcoin stocks trading higher. QXO down by 7. 89 million shares priced at, aren't they selling? That's very weird. ASTS down 5. Prices repurchase of convertible notes for registered direct offering. FedEx down 4. Earnings Q1 and full year guide. GIS down 3.5 off earnings. SMR down 3.2. BTIDG upgrade. SLG down 3.4. Zohran Madani set to defeat Andrew Cuomo Mamdani as mayoral partner. SL Green dropping on that. Oh yeah, because he's a socialist. I think that'll make sense.
Curve down by 30, 10 million offering. ALLT down 14, ordinary offering. NSPR down 10. FDA approval, C-Guard, and CDTX down 6. Terminates prospectus related to open market sales agreement with Jefferies. Wow, not bad, Habibi. Not bad. I think very simple. You'll have a couple plays. You'll find the winner, the loser, you know. So, yeah. I'm going to be watching Coin, QS. That one was interesting. Dollar and the weak dollar. That's what we talked about here. And then MasterCard, anything related to stable coins. Like I said, Coin. Watch staples. Again, we're like now getting into July. You're wrapping up June here. I want to see if the staples might be able to seasonally start to pick up. So eyes on that. And then FedEx, UPS, just because of the earnings. And then China. We were talking about it yesterday. They kind of woke up, and just remember, there was a lot of things from China to trade deals. Just go back to some of the earlier themes that were kind of dominating the market that we forgot about, but are still remaining. But other than that, I am not going to, I'm not going to force it. So yesterday we only made like one play. I think we didn't do much. So long term, and then we will see where it takes us, baby. But other than that, my friends, we got a couple of minutes. We have a couple of minutes until the pledge. If you have any questions, now is your time. Again, if you missed the watch list, hopefully you do that. Dude, I don't know anything about this New York guy. I can't believe it though, because all I've heard is that like people are surprised that like people are electing a social democrat or like a socialist democrat, because again, a lot of people have brought up the Democratic Party and Trump winning and some of their failures, but you would think they would kind of go away from that. But now, I think I think he's about to win. So we'll see, man. Surprised but not surprised. But hey, California is survived, I guess. You know what I'm saying, bro? I live in Cali, so I have Newsom. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'll leave that up to you. But either way, long term, that's how I feel. Long term. He ran the best campaign of any modern politician in history. Yeah, bro, I'm sure that they were jailing him and shooting at him. But otherwise, I'm going to give that to my man, Donald. Donald John campaign, Donald. 2024, Donald. Come on, brother, Donald. They shoot him, they jail him, they do everything to Donald. He's still Donald win. I say Donald. Wow, Donald, very tough, man. Donald, wow. So, we'll see. It was, but remember though, this is it kind of, with everything going on, if you do shift back to a Democratic win, I mean, that could kind of, maybe people are over all of the conservative shit. Why I say it like that, because remember, after Donald Trump won from end of last year to today, all around the world, the incumbencies lost. You know what I'm saying? Everybody started shifting from liberal to conservative because they were kind of pissed. And then now, if you get that and change that trend, some people thought that would happen around midterms, but you're already kind of seeing it. So we'll see. But either way, man, I do think, the market, the economy, and where we go from there, as long as that's chugging, maybe the politics don't get in your way too much. But that's why July 4th, July 6th, baby. I'm just, the bill. So any other questions? Any other questions? Now will be your moment, my friends. Now is the moment. If you have the questions, you ask them. If not, you hold your peace. Alright. U.S. plans to end asylum claims for thousands of migrants. The TOS is how to fix lagging TOS, the trading fraternity. I hope if you search it, it shows up. I made it a couple years ago, but it's about Java, and you just add a file to your thing, your folder, and it fixes everything. Because there was a time, bro, that my TOS was really laggy. It would just freeze my computer, and it was just all TOS. telling you, added one file. My thing has been running smooth since. A good night's rest. I did, but I'm tired, bro. Dude, I have not played that much basketball in like 10 years. Okay, so I'm a little rusty, bro. I'm definitely tired today from that. And then you know what I have today, bro? And dude, it's terrible. I have Pilates today. I know. I didn't know it, but I do. Apparently that's on my schedule. I told my girl weeks ago. Apparently we booked out a private Pilates too. So I have the whole Pilates thing just for me. So I could really, get into it. But now I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. Oh, man. I enjoyed it last time. It wasn't that bad. I remember I've been doing the mobility stuff, so I'm trying to, I want to put it to the test. I think I could do a lot better this time. So, I'm excited. Oh, but yeah, I think I'm already sweating right now. That's how tired I am. It's been a long day, bro. A long day. Take glutamine to help it. I've heard that before. I've been just taking protein. I'll get some glutamine, protein, all of it, bro. It works. Your girl's an instructor? Oh, nice. Dude, that's tough. You gotta, that's a lot of work. I don't think my girl could be an instructor yet. Nah, she's still, again, she don't work out. She just started getting into it this year. But yeah, she's making some improvements. Playing as a dude, I don't know how I used to play this much basketball. It's kind of crazy, bro. It's kind of crazy. All right. On that note, any other final market questions? You got 1 minute, bro. This is your time. Market, plays, you name it. Long term. Oh, yeah, long term. We love the long term. It's amazing. You guys know your long term's at all-time highs? SPY is less than 1%, but you already got 10 to 20 of them. TOS fix video. Just Google, again, YouTube, how to fix lagging TOS. SRFM shares, no. I don't know what they do. News today is just Jerome Powell, and then that's pretty much it. And then a 5-year bond auction. Adobe, because they had 2 bad earnings and they lagged behind with all the AI developments. All right. Over on real estate questions. Over 8. I'll take the over. I think they will. Coin long term. We have it in the long term. We bought it, a little too high, but I'm glad that we own it. I don't know if I would buy more at IPO price here, but if you got it cheap on the low prices, I love it. I think it's great. I think it is great. So Chadadonia, it's even greater? The fact that you live in the best nation to ever grace this earth, and you live with a level of freedom that you probably don't even understand how free you are, my friends. And that is why every day, before we chase a dollar, before we enrich ourselves, we must pay homage to a very special group of people that has made the sacrifice that most of us never have and ever will. And I am talking about the veterans of the United States of America. So on behalf of the cult, people here, people not here, want to give a huge special shout out, active servicemen, past servicemen, anybody who has served this country for real. Thank you for everything you have given. If anybody should be getting a long term using this info, property, let us help, and it should be you, my friends. It's your time now to benefit off of this country you have given everything for. And at the very least, man, I hope all of y'all in real life, you bring this culture alive. I hope all of you, whether you have served or not, I truly hope that you can show this, man, because again, if you cannot honor the people who have given everything for your country, your society has already failed, brother. I've heard people talk, society, TikTok. What do you mean? Why not honor the people who have given and lost things for your freedom that you take for granted every day? So veterans, the families, for real, I don't even think we could ever thank you fully. God bless all of you, and thank you for everything you have given. And big shout out to everybody else out there giving back to their local communities, doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage men, anybody making their community run, baby. God bless you and thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Send in the judge! Oh, it's game time, baby. Horn off. Oh, Chadadonia. Happy Wednesday. Good morning. Good morning. So you know what time it is now. We must go. It's time to move on over, brothers. So if you gotta get going, if YouTube don't show you the video, that's on you, bro. I see, I'm posting it right there. I'll see you there, baby. Couple minutes. God bless America. Thank you to the veterans. Good morning. And let's have a good 7 hours, baby. God willing. And peace.